All right, Joe, it's Sports Chat time once again, and in this first segment of Sports Chat, we're going to recap the week in high school football, and so many games to talk about, so many upsets, really. But the game you and I were at, Burbank and Del Oro, Burbank wins 28-23. They sure look like the real deal.
I don't think there are any more upsets with Burbank. It looked like it was going to be an upset if they beat Grant, but they played better than Grant. Same with Del Oro, and Casey Taylor of Del Oro, the coach, said they just out-hit us. They're more physical. Burbank, we're impressed with John Heffernan and the coach. They're going to go 10-0. Don't know what they're going to do in Division I playoffs, but they're on a roll. Good team, good program.
Yep. Let's keep it moving. How about Intercom, Roland Pleasant Grove? You weren't surprised by that. I was a little surprised by that. Is Intercom better than I thought?
I think they are. I'm surprised that they won so handily. I'm surprised it was 34-6 at the half, because that just doesn't happen to Pleasant Grove. Very good running team, good defensive team. They run the wing tee. They got Walters at tailback, excellent coach, and Terry Stark. They're in Division III. That might be your favorite in Division III right now. They needed a statement win against a Division I program. They've been looking for that game on their schedule. They got it in a big way. Big home crowd. Good for them.
Yep. And big rivalry game, neighborhood game with Franklin and Cosumnes Oaks. Franklin wins 23-3, but that game was 9-3 going into the fourth quarter, I believe.
Yes, it was, and Cosumnes Oaks at times really was more physical than Franklin, but Franklin won the battle of attrition. Playmakers and Fawn Buena, Stephen Rogers, another big touchdown run. First time that those teams have played. They share the same stadium. They're only a couple miles apart. Good for Scooter Gomes of Cosumnes Oaks to get that game on the schedule. Find out how good you are. They might be Division III as well, or Division II. They're going to be very good. They may not lose the rest of the regular season. And same with Franklin. They may not lose the rest of the regular season.
Yep. Elk Grove, they hammer Sheldon. We weren't surprised there. But we're not going to talk about so much about that game as much we're going to talk about their game coming up this week against Nevada Union. They host the Miners. Wow, that's going to be a showdown.
It's been a good game for these two programs for years. Long-time powers, both run the wing tee. Chris Nixon, the Elk Grove coach, 12-1 last year. Big statement win last year was beating Nevada Union in Grass Valley. Oh, by the way, he went to Grass Valley, or grew up in Grass Valley, played for the Miners, and so neat to see. But
ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
The better quarterback has been Kyle Cota, and Tommy Arnold's got a challenger as him. He's going to have to match strikes with Kyle Cota, who's looking like an all-section quarterback.
Yeah, and that's the game we'll be at. That'll be our game of the week for both of us. Hey, let's keep this moving along. Granite Bay absolutely pounds Vacaville. That shows, Vacaville, the Division II defending champions, just how good Granite Bay is. And they're the defending I champions, different-looking team. But, wow, Granite Bay had to be pleased with that win.
Granite Bay was ecstatic. They were up 40-7, I think, at the half. It just doesn't happen to Vacaville. Vacaville came in, NorCal ranked number 3 by Max Preps. It's a good team. It's an excellent team. And Granite Bay just put it all together. It just shows you how good Westlake and Oaks Christian are. And more good games for Granite Bay coming up, including Lincoln of Stockton here in a couple of weeks. So we're not surprised that Granite Bay got back off the schneid. A little surprised at how lopsided some of these games are, and you have to be on to be dropping bombs like that.
Yeah, you bet. Keep along with our top 10 right now. Placer, they roll big time over Casa Roble, but a game we haven't mentioned yet, and I know a game that caught a lot of people by surprise to a degree, is Oak Ridge beats Grant 42-14. I saw Oak Ridge the week before. They looked impressive. We've seen Grant. They're struggling. They have some injuries, but Oak Ridge, they're good.
Very good. That might be your Delta River League champion. Could be a big showdown with them and Folsom, two nice-looking quarterbacks. Jason Samuels overcame some injuries last year. He's good. He's got a nice offensive line, excellent defense. They could run the ball. No surprise that they beat Grant. Maybe surprised that they just put the wood to them. But that's a team that's on the rise, and we're always impressed with Coach Eric Cavalier. He's got a big game going back to his alma mater at Vacaville. Vacaville certainly upset by getting trounced. So another big game. All these teams, Mike, everybody's playing tough games, and I think it's great, and they're finding out how good they are, and then the teams that are losing, like Del Oro Grant, how do they respond? Oh, by the way, Delaware and Grant play this week, so somebody's going to get off the schneid.
Yeah, let's not leave another team out, by the way. The Folsom Bulldogs, they beat Deer Valley. They continue to roll right along. And so that wraps it up for your top 10 for the most part. We're here at the Holy Bowl at the refurbished Hughes Stadium. It looks terrific. My first glance at it, you've been out here a couple times now. It really is impressive, and this is one of the best rivalries going. It's been a long time the Christian Brothers and Jesuit have been going at it.
1969 was the first game, and it was interesting that the series almost never got started. There was a couple of year delay because the administrators from both campuses thought, well, this might become too important and too serious. Hello? I mean, that's what you want. I mean, look at this great crowd, probably 16,000. You got the white-clad T-shirt Jesuit guys over there, and then you got the blue of Christian Brothers over there. This is what you want. And they just honored Vince Delgado, who played in this game in the early 80s for Christian Brothers. It still matters. So, too important. Jiminy, criminy, what's going on with people? Thank goodness they're out of education.
You bet.